So in the previous video, I mentioned this code here, which was taken from the story The Adventure of the Dancing Men, I believe it's called, and I thought to myself, maybe I should look it up and see what it says. You know, it's a code, and maybe it's like a neat little Easter egg thing. And I translated it. So basically, each man corresponds to a letter in the alphabet, and if they're holding a flag in their hands, then that indicates the last letter of a word. And so I translated it, and it turns out it is actually from the story itself. It's one of the first messages that shows up in the story, and it translates to "Am here, Abe Slaney," and it's addressed from Abe Slaney, and it's telling the person that, you know, he's around. So there's actually a typo here, because the second dancing man should have a flag in their hand, technically. So that kind of threw me off initially when I was translating it, but just thought it was a nifty Easter egg in the game. I'm kind of disappointed it didn't say something like Watson is a chump or something. Maybe in the sequel, it'll just be about Holmes leaving passive-aggressive notes around for Watson to find, and I mean, he'll never solve it. I mean, who are we kidding? But at the moment, I have 3 different...
I cannot leave now.
I can't... What? Do I have to talk to Watson, I guess? I have 3 different places I can go to.
We must analyze all our clues, Watson.
Wait, did I not save it? Hang on. Movie magic time, I think. Okay, I figured out what was wrong. It turns out I never actually saved the game after analyzing the evidence, so I had to do all that over again. But it didn't take that long since I'd already done it before, and now we're off. The game is afoot, Watson. Here we go. So there are 3 places I can go to. I can go see the German chemist in jail and ask him about the poison. Let's see. I can go try and find that the man who lost a finger, who had it bitten off by the bishop and is going to be involved with like his murder. I can go to the Whitechapel cemetery, or I can go see the bishop's nephew, which sounds, to be honest, the least interesting of the 3. So I think I'm going to go see the man missing a finger.
Whitechapel. Let's go.
Oh man, he's so excited.
Here we are in the heart of Whitechapel. Keep an eye on your wallet, Holmes. This area is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Don't worry about my wallet, Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we move on to more serious matters?
I'm listening, Holmes.
Who the heck is singing? What is going on here? Watson, are you singing? Because if you are, cut it out, please. Good grief. Alright, Watson, what do you have to say?
What do you think, Holmes?
I think whoever the fuck is singing needs to stop right now. Oh gosh.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
Well... Hey, it's that tune. I don't recall what it's from, but it's... I do apologize, viewers, for having to subject you to... Oh, hey there. Hey there, baby. How's it going? You ever been with a man who did narcotics before? The singing is so distracting, like I can't even really think straight. Is this you? Are you this... God, fucking cut it out. I can't even really, like, think straight with it going on, but I'm okay now. Alright. Whew, that was incredibly disruptive.
A little polishing on your shoes, mister. They ain't need it.
Oh, fuck you. My shoes are fine. What flawless AI.
Whitechapel Street.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm hoping that it's not going to matter which place I visited first. I don't think it would.
You ain't from round here. You shouldn't stay here. It ain't healthy.
Like in LA Noire, they had it where you for some cases would have different places you could go investigate, and sometimes you might end up going to the wrong one first, and then when you went to the other one, you wouldn't have enough information, and you wouldn't be able to, like, just get all the clues. I don't think that would be the case for this. I am at least hoping it wouldn't be. Because that would be kind of a pain. Because in LA Noire, you could at least, like, replay the mission pretty easily. Hey guys, what's going on here? Oh, work! Don't mind if I do.
Queue up like everyone else. They'll only hire the first one anyway.
Oh. A very fine loafer. What's that for? I don't know what that is for. Alright, I'm just gonna cut in line. If I don't turn around, if I don't pay attention to them, it'll be okay. I'm pretty sure they can't do anything to me. They might grumble a lot, but just don't pay them any mind, Holmes. Okay. Well, I got an achievement for talking to some dude. Are you... What's so special about this guy, other than his mustache? Okay, let's look. Is there... I got mud. Can I go compare the mud to what's on people's feet? I don't know if there was like a... Did I have an address where I was supposed to go? Something, chemical analysis... I guess maybe it's for talking to people. I don't know. All right, so I have the mud in my inventory. Let me just compare it to people. And there's a rat running around in the background. That's lovely.
They leave us to die like dogs.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. You know, don't provide me with any kind of context for that statement. Just sure, that's a normal thing to say to a stranger. Some rats here. Ma'am, I don't wish to alarm you, but you are, like, surrounded by rats right now.
My husband can't pay the rent. We've got nowhere to go.
That's a real shame. Would you like some mud, ma'am? I'm pretty sure I took a wrong turn, like, down the wrong street, but that's okay. Watson? Watson, catch me a rat, please. It's for deduction, I swear. What a jerk. Not even gonna offer any to his friend? Not gonna offer any to Watson? I do like... I like how he looks down if they're smaller than he is. Hello, what's all this then? Okay, okay. I've been trying... Oh yeah, I can run. But then how would I, you know, enjoy the sights of London? Oh! What? Why are you pointing at me? Sir, what is it? What's wrong? Sir, I'm here to help. Okay, nothing. Yeah, we're on Burner Street right now, and I think that's not right. Hey! It's this guy again! Weren't you in line for work? Oh, I didn't get the job, huh? My condolences. So I've been trying to think of what my first introduction to Sherlock Holmes was, and just the character and, like, stories in general. And Greetings,
the
ma'am.
police. Then do something. People are dying of hunger here.
Sorry, ma'am, this, technically I'm on another case right now, and this isn't really my jurisdiction. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that. So I think the first story I ever read was The Red-Headed League in grade school, but I'm trying to think if that was my first. Like I said, intro to Holmes, or if it was Wishbone. Yeah, I'm pretty. Whoa, boy, Watson! I think we definitely took a wrong turn somewhere. We're in London's Chinatown area.
This sign would appear to be that of an establishment not fit for honest folk.
Watson, you'd fit in perfectly.
Burner Street.
Oh boy, this doesn't look right. Watson, hang on to your wallet. We're in a bad part of town. Oh, what? Just go on the other side of the street. Don't make eye contact with that guy. So yeah, I'm not sure which was first. If it was Wishbone and the Hound of the Baskervilles show, or if it was in grade school when I read The Red-Headed League. Either one, really. It could. I'd have to look at the dates. W. Wingate and Johns? This doesn't... Watson, why didn't you tell me I was going down the wrong street? What's the matter with you? It's like you don't want this case to be solved. But yeah, I was thinking about the Wishbone version the other day, and it is, from what I recall, very different from the story, like the actual written one. Kind of spoilers, I guess, if you're gonna watch either the Wishbone show or read the Hound of the Baskervilles. But in the book, or in the show, the dog is never killed. In the story, Holmes like shoots the dog, and that clearly, I mean, that would never happen on a PBS show. So, also Sherlock Holmes isn't a dog in the story. Just throwing that out there. But I'm pretty sure in the show that the dog was, like, friendly. They were like, oh, the Hound, he's not a bad dog after all. He's just misunderstood, or he was being... I don't really remember.
Here's the public dispensary that we're looking for.
Nice. I'm hitting M for the map, but that doesn't appear to be doing anything, so let's see. So here we go. Oh, I see. I think I might still want to explore. I don't know if this is something... Let's see if... I'll see if anything else interesting happens, and if not, then I'll just cut back here. And look, we got like an old man dying on the street begging for change, so how could this clearly is worth it.
I'm starving. Help me for pity's sake.
Cool, blimey.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
I'm trying to turn around, I can't do it.
Closed.
Even here, decidedly the poor people have been abandoned to their fate.
Got some pigeons. Wow, these pigeons really don't give... They do not give a fuck that I am walking right up to them. Same thing with the homeless man. Oh, isn't that sweet? Ma'am, I would like to buy a flower for my friend here.
Buy my flowers, my lord, for your dear departed.
I suspect I'll have to come in here eventually. Oh, well, here we go.
This cemetery is the very image of Whitechapel. Sinister, frightening, and ill-kept. What a terrible place for one's final rest.
At least hunger no longer gnaws at them.
Was that the deduction board? Do I have something to deduce? No, it's them to It's the talking board. Also, I don't know if anybody remembers the show Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. That was something, wasn't it? Oh boy. It was, yeah, I mean, the title basically says it all. I don't even think it really lasted for that long. I know it had one season, but I wouldn't imagine it lasted the whole season. Well, it's stuff, I guess. Get some rope.
Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common.
Well, I guess so.
This rope is only worn on one side.
And how about this rope?
This rope is only worn on one side.
Well, there we
The
go.
rope used to tie up the Bishop of Knightsbridge came from this cemetery. It is only worn on the one side because it is used to lower coffins into graves.
How macabre. How appropriate, I suppose.
Closed.
Closed. Darn. Foiled again! What do we have here? A leaflet. September 19th. A new distribution of soup? Oh man, it's a soup voucher. Watson, we're gonna totally get soup after this. My treat. Also, there's a message to Kurtz. Don't forget to pick up the tools at the cemetery. And don't be late this time. Signed, Grape Ape. Okay, well, looks like the killer is somebody named Grape Ape.
A leaflet for the soup kitchen. This leaflet is dated for the day after tomorrow. The tickets for the soup kitchen are given out on the same day. Only somebody who works there could have written on it.
Interesting. Watson, I hope you have a hankering for soup, because I think that that's where we're going to be going, eventually. We're still exploring the cemetery, I'm sorry. Watson is terrified of cemeteries.
This shovel belongs to the cemetery workers.
This is his nightmare. I might be misremembering, but I think in Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, I think Watson was a robot or something, or he was a cyborg? Like, I think the premise was, after Holmes's showdown with Moriarty, after he, like, tumbles off the waterfall, he's, like, preserved somehow, and he's, like, brought back in the future. And I think Watson is, like, part robot, but it's not really Watson. I think it's, like, maybe his brain is based on the original Watson or something. It's really weird. It was a very bizarre show. And like I said, needless to say, it didn't really last for that long. I say, Holmes! Robo Moriarty has infected New London's water supply with nanomachines! That wasn't... As far as I know, that wasn't an actual plot from the show, but it might as well have been. I guess maybe I should use... There we go. Use my mystery sense. I'm pretty sure that the origins of Sherlock Holmes... It's basically like Spider-Man's, right? I mean, he was bitten by a radioactive detective, and then he gained his proportionate strength and mystery-solving power. Was it this? What? Did I look out of the wrong one? What do we got here?
Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this cemetery have something in common.
Watson, fetch me my plate of dirt.
Black and damp earth.
Black and damp earth, okay.
Earth freshly turned over, still damp. This dark, damp earth is the same type as that which was found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's home.
It came from a grave, then. What a lovely thought.
This must be the gravedigger's cabin.
Well, judging by the state of this place, they don't work very often.
Which is surprising, considering how many people are so, like, close to death out in the street. And clearly dying of starvation.
Let us see if the elements analyzed in Baker Street and this
Yes.
black paint,
Thank you, Holmes.
granite.
Granite.
The same black paint covers these stones.
So can we go now? Is there anything else I need to do?
The same black granite. Black paint. These stones are of the same granite. This black painted stone is identical to the fragments found in the rope which we analyzed at Baker Street and in the footprints of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's murderers. Everything coincides, Watson. The fragments of granite at the bishop's home came from the tombstones of this cemetery.
As well as the rope that was used to restrain the poor man. One of those used to lower the coffins.
I can think of only two reasons why anyone should happen to spend a great deal of time in a cemetery. Either he is at rest here, or he works here. At least one of the bishop's murderers is employed here.
A shame. If he was at rest here, it would have made our job easier.
Watson, did you just wish someone was dead? What's the matter with you? Good grief. But yeah, you're right, it would make our job easier. Can I just bust in? Can I just...
Closed.
I don't have anything to pick. No. Oh well. Excuse me, Watson. I think what was even worse, the worst thing about Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. The worst thing about that show was the theme song. Oh boy. It went a little something like... And even though I haven't seen that show for years, it has been in my head to this day. Whenever I think of it, I can always... The damn theme comes to mind. Right, so, let's see. How do I... Where is the soup kitchen? I suspect that I should go there. Also, I should probably... What was that main area? I mean, I promised Watson some soup. I can't go back on that promise. Little boy, what are you doing walking into this alleyway? I feel like it's not really a good practice to have. Okay, so gonna be, I guess, looking at this main part. Because why not?
I'm starving. Help me, for pity's sake.
No, that's exactly what that old man with the white beard... I can't see him. That's what that other old man said. I don't think you're starving at all. I think this is just a ploy. It's a conspiracy. After all, if he can afford a sweet hat like that, clearly he has enough money. Listen to these laundry sound effects. Laundry action. What a bunch of bums. Watson wasn't kidding, this really is a bad part of town. Hey, how's it going, buddy? You have all your fingers, by any chance? Okay, just figured I'd ask. Times were different back in London. Women felt comfortable enough to sleep on park benches in the middle of the day.